The heat of the San Diego summer is melting buyer exuberance away as the number of homes on the market rises and pending sales stay the same.
Let's check out the month-over-month numbers and then we'll zoom out and look at long-term trends.
Okay, so looking at these month-over-month numbers, you're really not going to see this melting exuberance and rising home inventory that I was talking about. It's there.
Slightly less dramatic.
You'll have to wait for it. But looking at new listings from June to July, actually down 0.4%.
A little bit.
Yeah, so inventory had been on a huge upswing and then basically stagnated mid-July. So maybe it's not going up as fast as we think, but I will talk about that melting buyer exuberance here in a minute. Okay, so pending sales up 2.4% from June to July, which you're saying, well, what are you talking about? Pending sales are the same. I mean, it went from 2081 to 2131. So
slight increase.
Yeah, not that dramatic there. Closed sales are up 10.6% from June to July.
And that's a bit of a lagging indicator. That's telling us what was happening, 30, 60 days ago.
Right, always a lagging indicator, but good to have more closings. That helps the overall economic picture in the region. Days on market up 3.6% from 28 to 29 days, and median price down 2.9% from June to July. And that is somewhat indicative of what I was teasing there in the beginning.
I think you had predicted last month that prices would go down, and they didn't. They went the other way. But you were right. You just were early.
Exactly.
You weren't wrong. You were just early.
Because I'm usually living in the moment. I'm living in what's happening right now on the street with my negotiation of deals and whatever's going on with listings and our buyers. So yes, it was, as you say, a lagging indicator.
All right. Or do you want to keep talking about this, or are we good to move on to the long-term trends?
Let's get to those long-term trends so people don't think I'm just blowing smoke.
Let's go. Let's have it.
All right. So yeah, looking at new listings, definitely up from last summer, which was good. Last summer was just dismal in terms of new listings, pending sales, closed sales. Everything was at a 30-year low.
So slow.
Last summer. Because go back here to 22 and look what that still isn't a normal July, but that was a depressed number of listings then, and then it went way down, and now we're kind of coming back. More people are putting homes on the market. Year to date, certainly more homes on the market year to date this year than last year. And we talk about this every time. The real estate market was very, very regular for many, many years until we get to 2020, and then everything changed.
It went all 2020.
It went all 2020 on us, and then 2022, the rate hikes just kind of blew a hole in the normal pattern of things. So looking at closed sales, those are definitely up from last July, which is awesome because last July we were lamenting the low number of closings. I think it got worse August, September, October than it did last July. But we were starting to see, last July that things were really, really slow.
Really hit the brakes.
Yeah, for sure. So, 1,408 closings last July compared to 1,313 in 23. And I think next month it's either August or September of 23 when we were under 1,000 closings in a month, which is just crazy. Okay, so once again, very regular till you get to 2020.
Similar story to listings.
Exactly. So then median sale price is up from last July by 6.9%. So through all of this, median price has just been going up and up and up. However, as we saw from June to July, it went down, and I think it's either going to flatten out, and it really depends on how many more new listings start showing up. So what the heck was I talking about in the beginning when I said that buyer exuberance was melting away? What I was referring to was what's happening on the street, kind of started last month and really showing up big time this month, is that percentage over asking price. If you watch the neighborhood real estate update videos that we do twice or 3 times a week, you'll see that I get into this number. And if you go back to spring of 2022, most zip codes were seeing 110% plus average sale price over asking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, meaning that whatever the seller was asking, the average closing price was 10%, 11, 12, 13% over that. Now, this year it's been in the low 100s, although just in the last few weeks it's dipped below 100% in many zip codes.
Wow.
We're looking at 98, 99% of original list price to close sale price, which equals buyer exuberance, which to me spells out how hot this seller's market really is, and it's cooling. Buyer exuberance is melting. However, when we look at interest rates, which we're going to do right now, so yes, interest rates. Everybody's, this is really what's driving the market. This is what's keeping sellers from putting homes on the market because they need to purchase replacement properties. And this is what keeps a lot of buyers on the fence, or at least reduces the pool of buyers that can buy. Rates have come down fairly dramatically in the past 7 days, according to Freddie Mac's primary market survey.
This is the most movement I've seen on this chart for quite a while.
Right. So this whole buyer exuberance thing could just heat the heck right back up, because this is what has happened in the past. We've seen the inventory, and when I say past, I'm talking about the past couple of years. We've seen that inventory stack and stack and stack, and everybody says the sky's about to fall, prices are going down, and maybe prices do come down a little bit and things cool off, and then the rate will drop, and all of a sudden people jump into the market and gobble up the available inventory, and we're right back to that same cycle again, where we're seeing 105, 6, 7% over asking price because there are just no homes on the market, and roughly similar number of buyers. All year long in San Diego County, we've been seeing roughly 450 pending sales every single week. It's been up a little, it's been down a little, but
fairly flat buyer demand.
Fairly flat buyer demand. And what I've been saying in the small zip code updates is that it's going to take some precipitating event to shake that up and change things.
Such as a big change in interest rates.
Right. And so, is this enough to really make that happen? Only time will tell.
We'll see.
But I wasn't lying when I said buyer exuberance had melted away. However, it could just come right back, and we'll be right back where we started again. So it's anybody who's telling you they know what's going to happen next doesn't, because
things tend to change very quickly in San Diego real estate. It looks like things are moving in another direction, and then they switcheroo real quick and do something different.
Or they do exactly what you're expecting. But if that's the case, then you just kind of got lucky. So that's what's happening.
All right, well, we hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.